Good morning, welcome back to the channel. It is Memorial Day. It is a federal holiday here in the United States. It's a time when we honor and mourn the U.S. military personnel who died while serving the United States Armed Forces. Last Monday in May, which also makes it a 3-day weekend, including the post office. So we all get the day off, which means nothing shipped today from eBay. We'll ship stuff out tomorrow. I know we sold some things in the store last night, so we're going to get in and package that stuff up today. But first and foremost, it is Memorial Day weekend. We did knock out some mowing yesterday. As I mentioned, we got 16 acres of property here. Not all of that gets mowed, but a good portion of it does. And today, going to go visit my father's gravesite. Something I like to do on Memorial Day. He served 20 years regular Army and 20 years reserve. Didn't die while in active duty, but still like to honor him on Memorial Day. But first, we got to get a cup of Joe with him. So it is Memorial Day, and we have I think several things that sold in the store this morning. So we're going to pop that up, take a look, and see what we got going on here. Looks like we got some coins that have sold. A couple. Let's see, a CD, a shirt, and a sign, and a manual for all kinds of fun things. First thing on the list is a 1972p Eisenhower dollar, Type 1 variety from the Philadelphia Mint. That's in the vault. Let's go get it.
The vault. Let's check the vault.
We like Ike. Eisenhower, 1972. There he is. And he's ready to go. He's on the bench, ready to be packed up. Number 2 this morning is Concord Airport, 1979 VHS, new factory sealed.
Fly the Concorde to Paris.
The Concorde. Remember the airport movies? Those disaster movies? What was the other one? Towering Inferno. I think Poseidon Adventure started all that, right? The disaster movies. Concord Airport, 79. It's in the catacombs, B38. Gotta go back to the catacombs for B38. It's out here.
We found the entrance to the catacombs.
And we found it. Just as predicted. Concord Airport. Wrapped in our cellophane. We're going to take that off before we ship this, but B38. Still in its original shrink wrap. Nice find. Gotta go back to the vault. 1988 S United States Mint Proof Set, 5 coins. It's in the vault. We'll be right back.
Vault. It's a vault.
And 1988 Mint Proof Set. Okay, there we go. Ah, here we are. Ferranti and Teicher. Love those guys. CD number 192. That'd be in the CD grouping area. 192 would be in this box right here. 192.
Hey, good morning. I'm checking out at 192.
192. It's right there. See it coming. Ah, it's a double set. 192. Okay. And next is... I should put those CDs up is what I should do. Unless I have another one coming out. I don't. I think the CDs need to go back on the shelf. Which was right over here. Okay. We have a shirt. Ultra Fit Women's Crisscross Back T-shirt with a scoop neck. Size small. Yellow. 100123.
1, 2, 3.
Right here. Got that guy. Not too hard to find. How to Select and Use Minolta SLR Cameras by Carl Shipman. It's a book. And I gotta go to the library for the books.
Can we go to the library tonight?
And just in from the library, found the Minolta book. So, it's pretty nice. Already sealed, protected, ready to ship. And our last item today is a sign.
It's a sign.
A sign of what?
Alright, so here's the thing. I bought a bunch of these signs. I got originally like 10 of them, I think. They're large metal signs. They were all new. This one in particular.
It's a bad sign.
Just so it's the coolness factor is it kind of looks like a Harley logo. It's kind of got that Harley thing going for it, which is the only reason why it didn't hit the dumpster. Although I'm not real fond of what it said, which was here, I'll show you. Genuine guaranteed. Yeah, not
That's a really bad sign.
not extremely fond of that. Happy to get rid of it. Glad somebody bought it. It was bringing down the mood of my shelf, I think.
That would explain the mood swings.
All right, got everything out on the bench. We're gonna set it up over here on the side and get things packaged up this morning. All right, first one up this morning is We Like Ike. So typically with coins, we when they're individual coins, we've already put them in a coin holder, which is the cardboard. Here, and I can pull this out for you to give you a better look at it. It's inside another bag, and we put it in this bag just for storage and to write our little code on it, so it's easier to find. You can see it's in a standard coin holder. And so we did that when we first inspected it. May not be the best packaging. You can see it's got a little fold in it. It's got a little thing on the bottom there. But, you know, if a coin collector wants it, he's going to put that in his collection how he sees fit. Probably put it in his own little holder. Might even actually send it out to be graded. So one of the things we don't do is send stuff out to be graded. So with our coins, a lot of times we're probably selling them for less than what they're worth, but that's okay, because you know what, we like to sell stuff and move it on down the road. So I put it back in the original bag that we had it stored in with the number, and I usually just roll it up like this to reduce the size. Bring it over one time like that just to make it a little square. I do tape that closed like that, a little piece of tape on it. I take one of our thank you cards and I slip it in like this, so it's in there like that, and then I'll put a pack slip in with it and slip it in a bag and put a shipping label on it. Stand by while I get the pack slip. Alright, pack slip. Fold this guy up. Fold it in half. Put this guy right in here like that. Slip it all inside a bubble pack. And we seal that up. Our bubble packs for coins like this one, they're 7 inches by 5 inches. Just double check. Yep, 7 and 5, and it's less than an inch. So you got to call that an inch with the U.S. Postal Service. And then we'll weigh this guy, and typically they're right around 3 ounces, and it's less than 3 ounces. Get a shipping label on that and get it out. Viva Las Vegas. This guy's going to Las Vegas, Nevada. We're ready for the next one on our list, which, by the way, is
Yeah, coffee.
Next one on our list, Concord. We wrapped it in cellophane. Again, we wrap stuff in cellophane just so we can write on it without actually having to write on the item itself. This particular VHS is new in its original shrink wrap, but we really don't want to damage that shrink wrap in case somebody wants to keep this in its original condition, all nice and sealed. You see how it is sealed. So we will get this boxed up and ship out. For a VHS like this, we're going to go ahead and put it in its own box. We don't want to send something like that out in a bubble wrap kind of pouch, just simply because I don't want the, again, if it's a collector, we don't want that cardboard to be dented or damaged. So we're going to give it a little protective environment to reside in. And I'll be right back. I got to get some paper to stuff around this thing. Alright, so we got some paper to put around this. We're going to just drop that paper over the top like that. Push this guy down inside. And roll it around the edges to give some extra protection so it doesn't slide around. Just like that. Look at that. Throw our little thank you card in there. I can get my fingers on one. There we go. Thank you card. We got a pack slip here.
Where are these packing slips generated from?
On my stack of pack slips. There we go. Get that guy folded up. Put him inside. And I think we throw one more piece of paper on the top as good measure just to keep it from rolling around inside. We get this box all ready to go. Just like that. And this is how my floor gets filthy. These little things are everywhere from putting boxes together. You tape that closed like that. And we weigh it, 10 ounces. And our size on that, 962. And then we'll get a label on it. So the Concord is going to John in drop the mailing label. So the Concord is going to John in Marietta, Georgia. Hope he enjoys it, because it's going to be a fun movie for him.
First time on the Concorde, Mr. Larrabee?
Yes.
Alright, next is a 1988 United States Mint set. It's a mint proof set. There are 5 coins in this set. It's funny, so this thing was 1988. Including that time, this has probably been opened up, 10 times maybe? Since 1988, it's in like new condition, to be real honest with you. We're going to get it sent out though, right there. Not much to packaging this, aside from putting it inside a bubble pack and getting the pack slip and our thank you card for it. So, bubble pack, just like that. That'll go in there. And the pack slip is on my list of pack slips for today. Which is this one. Double check it. Make sure that it's going to the right place.
Tearing and we're folding. Right. Gently
I think we're going to have to go one more time on that pack slip. Just to make sure it fits in there without messing things up. Just like that. All fits in there nice and snug. Pull that off. A little dog-eared on the fold over. See what it weighs? We're at 4 ounces on that. And again, 751 was our magical number before. Still there, 751. And we'll get a label. So that beautiful mint set is going to Portland, Tennessee. I don't know that I've been through Portland, Tennessee. Spent a lot of time down there, but don't recall actually going through it. And this will go in the postal.
We're in Tennessee.
Alright, next up on our list is Moonlight and Magic. Ferrante and Teicher, the romantic pianos of Ferrante and Teicher. It's a multi-disc set. Larger than your standard CDs. And now, if you recall in my past videos, standard CDs went in a box like this, right? Which is a single CD holder, and that's what we ship those out on. Double CDs, they present a bit of a challenge. And multiple CDs, right? So they have to go in a bigger box. We will put it in this. I know that looks like overkill, but it'll protect this a little bit more, and it'll fit just perfectly in there. And I need more coffee, so let me make more coffee.
More coffee, sir?
Alright, back to Ferrante and Teicher. We're going to throw some paper down inside this box. Give it a little cushion on the bottom. We're going to leave this guy inside his little baggie that we use to store it in. Take off the little stickum there. And seal him up tight. He's ready to rock and roll. Tell you what we're going to do though is we're going to take a thank you card for this one and put it right here on the top with a little smiley face. If I can get all this other stuff off my smiley faces. Note to the people I get my smiley faces from. You kind of overlap my smiley faces. So we're going to have to start with a blue one. And put that on there. And clean up this mess. There we go. All that goes in the trash. Alright, Ferrante and Teicher in the box. And a pack slip. Ferrante and Teicher.
You gotta know when to fold them.
Goes in the box. And another piece of paper on the top. I don't know why, but Sending the Clowns is in my head. I don't know if Sending the Clowns is on that. We should probably check. Just the... That's funny. Cut number 2. I don't know if I saw that in moving it around fast, but Sending the Clowns right there, Ferrante and Teicher. Oh, wow, that's freakish that my brain went there. We'll get this guy sealed up. And check weight. 10 ounces. Get a shipping label on that as soon as we get measurements. That'd be 6. And I'm not going to say that, so we'll make that a 7. Livermore, California. So we'll get that out. It goes over here. Debbie's out looking for a box for us. For this guy. Remember this guy? The one that I said I don't necessarily like? She's trying to find a box for that because we know that's coming up on the list of things to have. Next, though, is this shirt. It can go in this. We'll put a thank you on that. It's ready to go. It's a size small. And you see, we kind of keep track of these, not only that way, but we also give them custom SKU numbers as well. So, did you find a box?
Maybe.
Maybe? She's,
It's a little overkill, maybe, but...
Oh, that'll work. Well, it is a little overkill, but that's okay. It doesn't... We'll get it out in that. That'll work. This goes there. This goes in here. Thanks, Debbie.
You're welcome.
And I think that'll fold right like that, and it's ready to go. We, if you remember on the one of our earlier videos, I showed you one of the things we like to do, because when you you fold things like this, you've created a little pocket here, and I related to you that once upon a time we had a package get stuck in a sorting machine in Atlanta, Georgia. And it took over a week for them to find the package in that sorting machine, because apparently they don't clean the sorting machines very often at the U.S. Postal Service. And the reason it got stuck is it found that little pocket, pulled it, and sucked it down inside the mechanism. So we just do it as a precaution now to make sure things get there a little faster. That is 4 ounces, by the way. We know it's only 1 inch thick. That's 9 inches. And we're going to call that, I think we may have to call that 10. Call that 10. 1091, and what did I say it was? 4. Alright. Cool. Get a label on that. And label is on it. That shirt, by the way, is going to Tracy in Sedgwick, Maine.
Hey, I can't believe it. Well, Maine, of course.
Next is that guy. Minolta SLR cameras. That's a nice book. If I was looking to buy a Minolta camera from the 1980s, this would be the book I'd want to read. So what we're going to do with this, we're going to put it in a poly bag for sure. But I don't have poly bags that are bubble poly bags that are this size. And the only reason why I want to put this in a bubble is I want to make sure that it doesn't get any hits or dings in the shipping process that might cause a problem for it. So again, if it's a collector, I don't want him to have a dent in this book when he gets it, so she gets it. Anyway, we'll put that on there like that, seal it up, do the edges like this, hold that in place. It helps if you actually make a secure connection with the tape. And we'll do the same thing on this side. And we grab a thank you, put that on there, and whenever I see your smiling face, smiley face goes on there. Now we got to grab a poly, and this one gets a bigger poly than the last one got, and I believe this guy can fit in there sideways. Got some tape stuck to my finger. Put this guy in like this. Just like that. And our pack slit is going to go in there. We fold it once. I was double checking to make sure it was the right pack slit. Otherwise that doesn't work out really well. And we fold that guy up like that. And I think, see, we got a little wasted space right there. So we're going to fold this a couple times. Put a piece of tape on there. And a piece of tape on there. And I think we created a pocket somewhere, didn't we? Yep, right there. There's our little pocket. And we will get that sealed up. Not so much a little pocket on this one, it's a bit of a bigger pocket. Get that sealed up like that. And it's ready to go. We just got to weigh it and get it measured out. That is 1 pound 8 ounces. 1 pound 8 ounces, and we'll call that 12 inches by 10 inches, and we're right at an inch.
1 inch at a time.
And we got a shipping label. This guy is going off to Michigan. Joseph in Michigan, getting a guide to the camera. Now we're ready for that. Now we're ready for that big sign that's tricky.
It's tricky, tricky, tricky. Oh.
So, Debbie found us a box for this big guy. And it's a huge box. Most of the stuff we ship are smalls, right? They're smaller than that sign. Occasionally we have some big things, and we save some big boxes back just for these. We had some really nice pizza-sized boxes for these, but we used them up on other signs. And I think some paintings that we had that we shipped out. So we don't really have a box for this, which is problematic. So Debbie found this giant box. It's overkill, as she stated, but we'll make it work. I don't think that we need to wrap this in bubble wrap, because there's really nothing breakable about it. The thing is solid metal. But what we do need to do is absorb some of the dead space inside this box. So we're going to use quite a bit of paper. And
5 minutes later.
I got to tell you, sometimes in our efforts to be cost efficient, we do take a little bite. For example, this package is going to California, and we're not close to California. So we've incurred some shipping charges on this, almost double what we're actually charging for shipping. But those are the risks we take, and we know it. So in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter that much, but I wanted to let you know that this is why we do charge shipping, by the way, because everything costs money. I know that this looks like a repurposed box, and it is, but most of the stuff you see come out of here is not repurposed. It's brand new, and you saw all that paper I shoved in here, right? So we do incur expenses. The label itself. I got to tell you, I went to a UPS store in Denver, Colorado about 2 weeks ago. I wanted to ship some things out, and it was a box bigger than this. But I know from experience that to ship that box back to my house, it was going to be about $40. I walked in, and they weighed it, measured it, told me that it was going to be $260. $260. I went, what? You gotta be kidding me. And so he goes, hold on a second, gets on his keyboard and does that thing, comes back and says, how's 165? And I said, well, that's better, but it's still not what I'm thinking it should be. So I hopped on my phone and jumped over to Pirate Ship real quick, where I have an account, and punched in the weights and measures and, you know, the shipping address. $40, just as I thought it would be. Bought it, emailed the label to the UPS store that I was standing in. They printed it out, and the reason I'm bringing this up, they printed it out. Label like this, the label cost me $1. Crazy. Anyway, shipping. Shipping's a game, isn't it? It really is. Be cautious when you go into UPS stores. I love UPS. It's my favorite shipper, to be honest with you. Outside U.S. Postal Service. The Postal Service has been fantastic for us. But my second choice is UPS. UPS employees, drivers, things like that, they're just great people. I don't know if you encounter UPS a lot, but they're just wonderful people. UPS stores, I'm thinking they might be franchises, because these guys didn't strike me as UPS employees. Anyway, last thing for the day, and it's fairly light, and it's ready to rock and roll. We, what we like to refer as the BSonex compound. We live on about 16 acres. And like I said, the eBay store office runs out of a 30-foot by 60-foot pole barn on the property. But the property mostly consists of woods, a couple lakes, a stream. Really enjoyable, to be honest with you. It's why I selected the place, because it's out in the middle of nowhere. In any case, got to drive up to the house to get Debbie, and we'll check in with you later. I told him I was coming to pick you up.
Okay. What? There it is.
Yeah, put your drink in the cup holder in the back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You ready to go?
Yep.
Awesome. Hop in, Michael.
Hop in, Michael. I think we can catch them.